Do you ever look at your dog and feel like they are trying to tell you something? But no matter how hard you look, you just cannot quite figure out what it is. We spend our lives loving our dogs, providing for them, and trying to make them happy. But because we operate on completely different biological hardware, we often misinterpret their most profound attempts at communication. Without even realizing it, many owners respond to their dogs in ways that accidentally break their trust. Today, on Bonded Tales, we are going to explore the scientific reality behind 10 common behaviors that quietly push your dog away. These are the hidden moments in your daily routine where your dog is speaking a specific ancient language, and you are accidentally giving them the wrong answer. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to stop pushing them away and start pulling them closer. Number 1. Punishing them for the mess you find when you come home. It is incredibly frustrating to walk through your front door after a long day and find your favorite shoes chewed up or the sofa cushions destroyed. Most owners respond with visible upset, raising their voices or ignoring the dog to show disappointment. But the Royal Veterinary College ran a massive longitudinal study called Generation Pup, and what they found is devastating. Your dog cannot connect your current frustration to the chair leg they destroyed 4 hours ago. What they connect your anger to is your arrival. Gradually, your return stops being a relief and becomes a terrifying event they have to brace for. Dogs whose owners responded with visible upset upon returning were 6 times more likely to develop severe separation behaviors. You are not teaching them a lesson. You are teaching them to fear the moment you walk through the door. Number 2. Ignoring the yawn. Have you ever noticed your dog yawning at a moment that does not make any sense, like in the middle of a loud gathering?
Or when a stranger reaches down to pet them?
Most owners smile and think their dog is just sleepy, completely missing the message. In canine body language, a yawn is a powerful stress signal. Animal behaviorist Turid Rugaas identified yawning as one of the primary calming signals dogs use when they are feeling overwhelmed or unsafe. It is your dog's polite way of saying that they are not comfortable and they need the interaction to stop. If you ignore this yawn and force them to stay in the uncomfortable situation, you are telling them that their boundaries do not matter, fundamentally damaging their trust in you as their protector. Number 3. Throwing the toy they just brought you. Has your dog ever trotted up to you with a toy in their mouth, just presenting it to you, and standing there with bright eyes? You probably take the toy, toss it across the room, and assume your dog wants to play fetch. But research from the Family Dog Project at Eötvös Loránd University found that dogs who bring objects to their owners when reuniting are demonstrating what is called referential gifting. When your dog brings you something they value, they are not asking for a game. They are offering you a gift. They are sharing their world with you the only way they know how. By immediately throwing the object away, you are accidentally rejecting a deeply emotional offering. The next time they bring you a toy, do not just throw it. Take it, hold it for a moment, and acknowledge the love behind it. Number 4. Brushing off the lean. Have you noticed your dog pressing their body weight against your leg while you are standing in the kitchen or sitting on the couch? Most owners simply reach down, give a quick pat, and carry on, thinking their dog just wants attention or is being a little clingy. But Dr. Stanley Coren, one of the world's leading canine psychologists, documented that this body leaning is a profound trust behavior.
It is the canine equivalent of reaching out and holding someone's hand.
Your dog is not clinging to you because they are anxious. They are anchoring themselves to you because you are their safe place. When you brush them off and walk away, you are stepping away from an intentional act of emotional communication. Number 5. Making them wait to greet you. It happens the moment you come home. You open the door, and your dog is there, spinning, whimpering, and jumping. Many owners tell them to calm down or wait for them to settle before greeting them, because someone once said that greeting an excited dog rewards bad behavior. But making them wait accidentally sends the one message you never want to send. A study from the University of Lincoln found that the intensity of a dog's greeting is directly tied to the depth of their bond with you. When your dog loses their mind the moment you walk in, they are not being hyper, they are exhaling. They have been holding their breath since the moment you left. You do not need to reward the jumping, but you must acknowledge their relief. Number 6. Getting a second dog to cure their loneliness. The most common piece of advice owners receive when their dog struggles with being left alone is to simply get a second dog. But a 2021 study proved that this has essentially no effect, and male dogs in multi-dog households actually vocalized more when left alone. The panic your dog feels when you leave is not about general loneliness. It is about the specific absence of your unique nervous system. Getting a second dog does not fix the root of their terror. It often just creates two dogs in the same house experiencing deep psychological distress. Number 7. Mishandling departure cues. For years, the standard advice for separation anxiety was to desensitize your dog to your departure routine. Trainers told us to pick up our keys, put on our shoes, and then sit back down on the couch so those signals lose their meaning.
But a 2014 review by the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona found that making departures unpredictable does not reduce fear for all dogs. For some dogs, it exponentially increases their anxiety. The problem was never the keys. The problem is the terrifying uncertainty of what happens after you are gone. By constantly faking your departure, you are keeping their nervous system in a constant state of hypervigilance. Number 8. Transferring your chronic stress. In 2019, Linköping University in Sweden measured the long-term cortisol levels of 58 dog owner pairs over months. They discovered an absolute biological synchronization. If the owner was stressed, the dog was stressed. And the data proved that the owner's cortisol predicted the dog's cortisol, not the reverse. When you carry chronic anger, anxiety, or burnout, your dog absorbs it entirely. You are quietly pushing them into a state of chronic stress without even touching them, forcing them to carry the invisible weight of your emotional struggles. Number 9. Mistaking their silence for calmness. You come home to an intact house and a quiet dog, and you assume everything is perfectly fine. But in the 1960s, Dr. Martin Seligman discovered a phenomenon called learned helplessness. Passivity is the brain's default when it is under prolonged, inescapable stress. A dog that stops barking after an hour alone has not accepted the situation. It has simply stopped believing that its behavior can change the outcome. Some severely anxious dogs actually show lower cortisol levels because their stress system has run so hard that it burned out. Assuming a silent dog is a happy dog is one of the most dangerous oversights an owner can make. And finally, number 10. Ignoring when they suddenly pull away. If a dog who has followed you from room to room for years suddenly stays on the couch, most owners assume they are just getting older or becoming more independent.
But veterinary behaviorists warn that when a dog who has always been a shadow suddenly pulls back, it is one of the earliest signs that something is medically wrong. Dogs instinctively hide pain to avoid showing vulnerability. The same applies to sleep. Changes in sleep location are one of the earliest behavioral signs of physical pain, appearing long before a limp. If you ignore this sudden distance, you are abandoning them at the exact moment their body is failing them. Your dog is communicating with you constantly, in every room, every single day. The greatest gift you can give them is the willingness to learn their true language. If this video helped you understand the profound psychology of your pet, please subscribe to Bonded Tales. And tell us in the comments, what is one subtle thing your dog does to tell you how they are feeling? Thank you for being their safe place.